and welcome to another episode of playonultra podcast. This is episode 192. Sarah's not here, so yay.
Yay. I mean, that reminds me. I recently had a friend tell me that somebody else that we both knew thinks I hate them, and I super don't. So now I'm like really self-conscious about even making jokes about not liking people. Like, what if it's like some insecurity that they have that I don't know about, and I'm just exacerbating it.
Is it just your face? I don't know. You seem like a pleasant kind of guy.
I do kind of have that, whatever the male equivalent of resting bitch face. Resting grump face. I don't know what they call it.
Okay. I mean, I have that too, I guess. Oh, not I guess, like for sure.
I remember in college, I was waiting, like my friends had to go run an errand, and like we were in one parking lot with different stores, and we were running multiple errands. So I came back to the parking lot, and I was waiting for them. And this person walking by is like, "Oh, do you need a hug?" I'm like, "No, leave me alone." I just looked so, I guess, sad, not angry in this case, but just like, man, I am not dialed in to how people perceive me.
So yeah, Sarah's doing like honeymoon stuff, right? Wedding stuff? Honeymoon stuff.
Yes, because I believe her initial honeymoon was like canceled because of COVID, warped because of COVID, so now they're having like the real honeymoon.
So yeah, it's just the two of us. It's two penis wielders today.
Wielders.
Yeah. You have a new computer, I guess.
Yeah,
so, you can
name it still.
You can finally play real video games again on Ultra.
Hey, yeah. I don't know what's the newest game I own. It's nothing. It's not.
Not Elden Ring.
I don't know. No, I didn't pick up Elden Ring. I don't think I'm going to.
Seriously, I thought you liked the Souls games.
I really like the Souls games. I don't know. The parts of them I don't like. I just don't think I don't think I have the like older when I played the Souls games, when I played all three Souls games, I enjoyed them, and the parts I didn't enjoy, I was able to power through because like I was overcoming a hard thing. Now I have in my past overcome hard things, and I don't need to overcome more hard things. I don't I'm like maybe in the past it's like an insecure, like I'm a real gamer, I played the Dark Souls or whatever. Now it's like I know I don't need to prove anything. I don't know.
It has a jump. Will that get you interested?
I don't know how to feel about
that. I've been seeing speed runs. The fastest one right now is
30 minutes, right?
28:59.
Jeez. Although I heard there was a patch this week that tweaked some like weapons in a way that made the current popular speedrun methods not work. I don't know if that was the 28-minute run method or not.
That's like a really OP magic skill or something.
Okay, I think this had to do with an axe that like it's like the best weapon in the game, but it was a good weapon and you didn't have to go out of your way to get it, and it was easy to upgrade with common materials or something, and the axe got nerfed, I guess. One thing that's interesting about Elden Ring is I was reading, I am watching the subreddit, kind of trying like semi-living vicariously through people, and there was a thread about how things like ballista, crossbows, and throwing weapons are there to help out people who are doing strength dex builds, people who don't generally have magic at all. And the number of comments I saw on that thread being like, I can only dual wield great swords because I want to be like Guts. It's disappointing because I assume these people who want to be like Guts have never read or watched Berserk, because Guts uses throwing knives and crossbows, and his left arm is even a cannon. So
it's a
he
cannon?
uses. I mean, spoiler alert.
Because he lost his arm or something.
Eventually, at some point, he loses his arm and he replaces it with a fake arm that the hand can like fall off, and it just has a cannon. Like there's one really cool scene where like he crosses his arms, and so one arm has the sword and the other arm has the cannon, and he fires the cannon to spin himself really fast to like hit people extra hard with his sword. Like it's awesome bonkers anime stuff. Yeah. But the point is, Guts does not exclusively use a two-handed sword.
So once he loses the arm, he uses a two-handed sword one-handed?
No, his fake armor, it's like automail kind of thing from like Full Metal Alchemist. It's like a fake metal, somehow magically, perfectly mechanical hand.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those.
Was the Dark Souls games ever patched for balancing stuff, like nerfing stuff and all that? Did they ever do that?
I know for sure they did for 3. I remember in 3, faith builds were pretty OP. Or no, 2. I think it was 2. In Dark Souls 2, faith builds were pretty OP early on, and they nerfed them a little bit. Because I remember starting Dark Souls 3, and for some reason I was like, I bet they made the same mistake. And so I went a faith build, and it was garbage, and it was really hard. And then I like Googled like how to respec, because it was never clear how to respec in these games. And so I respec'd to an all-strength build, like I almost always do.
So, I guess what I'm wondering is like, unless it's like extremely broken, why bother balancing a single player game?
Yeah, I guess it depends on what experience
because like you said,
creators
the
want
faith
people to
build,
have.
That's true. But then like you said the faith build was shit. So obviously like there is shitty things in the game. So why don't they balance that out? So I'm just wondering like where the priorities lie.
Well, maybe
You know what I mean?
maybe I just wasn't using it properly. I don't know.
Okay. Because I've
'cause
definitely heard like some builds are better than others, like for beginners at least. Like if
Sure.
you're a beginner, you should use like,
Right, like you're probably not going to be like a pure dex parry build for your first time ever, probably.
So I'm just
But
wondering like what kind of priorities they have when balancing like a single player game. I know that's like online stuff too,
Yeah.
but like you know,
Yeah, I don't really know.
I feel like I don't know. Feels like the Dark Souls games are the most when it comes to like people talking about like artistic like vision, feels like that game gets applied to it the most. Like you know what I mean?
Probably. It's interesting because like this Elden Ring game, George R.R. Martin has a writing credit, right?
Yeah.
And I think I wonder if like that's noticeable, because I've never felt like the Dark Souls games lacked for like
Lore,
environment
world building?
and lore. Like there was plenty of that. They were like that's what makes them good in my opinion, is just how, you know, like non-explicit the story is, like how you kind of just uncover it by observing things. There's very few like cutscenes and monologues and stuff like that like really,
so it's like
force
Gone
you
Home,
into the
right?
Story.
Where you learn.
I actually haven't played Gone Home, but yes, it's a
Okay.
lot like that. But I mean, not
so
even
Gone
just
Home
reading-
is the Dark Souls.
It's
of-
not even just reading things. It's actually just noticing things. Like oh, I beat this boss and he dropped like this item, and this item has like this one sentence of lore. Or like I found like I killed this enemy and behind it was like a corpse that had this item on it, and like you're just making these like inferences. Like I think that corpse was like the Red King who, like, it's all these like like fan theories that actually do have like grains of truth to them and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he. I wonder how much he did work on it.
Yeah, because I was very quickly today just like reading like a wiki entry on like I googled Elden Ring lore just to see like what the top things were. Just the like, and so basically I only read like the opening cutscene, because there's a cutscene in the beginning that gives you this weird exposition dump that is hard to actually like consume. And reading it, it just seemed the same as every other Dark Souls intro cutscene monologue. Like it didn't seem particularly westernized or anything. I
I'm
don't
never
know.
gonna play it because I'm not a proper gamer. Like you know, I just play Candy Crush or some shit. And, but there's like this really cute snake lady in the game. Yeah, she's just like really cute the way she talks and all that. Just makes me want to play it just to reach that part, you know.
The NPCs, you get some pretty good relationships with the NPCs in those games.
You mean like in a sexual way?
No, just like
Okay.
like you get happy whenever you see this, like the Onion Knight shows up in a lot of games, like hey, it's you again, or like
So that's like a Final Fantasy thing where like it, like you know, like the chocobos are in like all the games, like the Mughals are in like in most games. those kind of
oftentimes there's I know there's this guy, his name changes slightly game to game, but he's clearly the same guy. His name is Pete, and he shows up in all of them, but he stabs you in the back, so he's a bad example. But like I mean, sometimes the characters don't even have dialogue. Like in Dark Souls 1, there's a character called Havel the Rock, and he's just he's like the most heavily armored non-boss that you're gonna fight, and he just wields like a giant like club, like a dragon's tooth for a weapon. And I don't think in Dark Souls 2, I don't think he shows up, but you still get like Havel's ring as like a weapon, and you can get like his armor that just shows up somewhere. And like in Dark Souls 3, I think he shows up as like an invading NPC spirit. So like there's definitely a lot of, like, I mean, thematically the games are so similar. Like a lot of this like gear and like even NPC archetypes show up. So like the Onion Knight, I think like his little suit of armor shows up in maybe all the Dark Souls games, but I think like one is him, like what is the first one, then the second one's like his daughter, and the third one is maybe the first guy again. I don't know that much, but you know, there's things that you'll recognize a lot of the time.
It's the fastest selling one out of all the games. 12 million sold already.
Has that surpassed previous numbers?
Yeah.
Like the total, like it's fastest and highest, right? So
wait, I think
maybe?
so.
I think so too. I don't know what made this one so popular. Maybe it's because it's.
Do you think not being called Elden Ring,
not being called Dark Souls?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's. I mean, I think everybody.
I've definitely seen a lot of marketing for it. Like,
yeah,
there's a Thailand commercial for it. Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of hype for it. Like, I kind of feel bad for the second Horizon Zero Dawn because no one's talking about it. I don't know if it's good or not. Just no one's talking about it because Elden Ring came out.
Dark Souls 3 sold 10 million in 4 years.
Okay.
Elden Ring have sold 12 million already.
In like 2 months or whatever.
Yeah. I think it definitely also helped that it's multi-platform, unlike
for sure.
Like Bloodborne, which was
right.
PS4 or whatever.
Right. I haven't played Bloodborne for that reason. Because I can't. Yeah, I don't know. There was a thread on the subreddit that I didn't actually read, but the caption was, for people whose first Souls game this is, why? So I should probably just read that to figure out what inspired people to pick this game up.
Why do I feel like that question is so condescending? I don't know. Like any question from like a Souls fan, I just feel like it's condescending.
Anything like, in the Souls
that's my automatic reaction.
Is going to be condescending.
Okay,
it's all like PC Master Race, you know, like true gamer bullshit. Like it's so hard to separate it out.
Must be nice to have self-confidence just from playing a video game. Must be nice. I have to like work on
that's what
it.
Validates you. Yeah.
I have to work on my personality. I have to.
And you know why, Shar? You know why? Because there's no easy mode. If there was an easy mode in this game, it wouldn't work. All my self-validation would be out the window.
There's actually an easy mode mod now, and then somebody made a hardcore mod out of spite for it or something. I don't know, whatever.
I mean, I think we've had this conversation before, but like Dark Souls, the franchise, has always already had levers in it you can pull when you want to make things easier. Like I don't think it needs an easy mode.
So
like the best
grinding.
example, well, grinding's a good example, but you can always you can put like a mark on the ground that shows up in other players' games that will summon them and they will help you. Oftentimes they will just solo bosses for you.
Wait, with no. But it's like not them, right? It's not an actual player. It's like
it is actually them. It is actually them.
Oh, okay.
That's actually in Dark Souls 2. That's how I did a lot of grinding. Is I just I'd put my sigil down in front of a boss door. Players would summon me. I'd beat the boss with them, get the boss experience, go back to my game. Repeat forever until I get a bullet of experience.
So that would
learn the boss.
So that would require people playing the game and still an active.
That's true.
User base. Okay.
Yes.
I guess I would say I like an easy mode simply just for no grinding.
Sure. Some bosses will have NPCs outside that you can summon, but not all bosses. And the NPCs are also different in quality.
Oh, so it's a specific NPC for each boss kind of thing?
Yeah. He'll be a named guy. Like in Dark Souls 1, I remember the boss at the top of Sen's Fortress. If you're lucky, he'll just solo the boss for you, like if you do nothing. But it is kind of luck based on like how the two NPCs choose to do certain moves at certain times.
Yeah, I just I feel like the Souls games, I feel like it has quite a bit of options if you really look into it, and some people really do challenge themselves by like playing certain builds and stuff like that, or certain weapons
naked builds or whatever. Yeah,
like they put rules on themselves. So I just feel like
I mean, same thing for Pokemon. You could have like a Nuzlocke run or whatever.
like every other Souls games, I will just watch all the funny videos that come out of it. I will say I'm not sure. I don't really know the aesthetic of the Dark Souls games too much. I mean, it's always been like super dark fantasy.
It's pretty gritty fantasy. It's a lot like Berserk.
And Elden Ring seems really funny. Like some of the bosses and stuff.
I actually haven't seen the bosses very much.
Like it's cool and like weird and all that, but it's like really weird, like really out there.
Okay.
At least the ones I've seen.
I'm trying to think if it's.
I wonder if it's a George R.R. Martin thing. Like, is that his touch on it?
I mean, Dark Souls 1 has a boss which is a wolf with a giant sword in its mouth. Is that funny or is that cool? I don't know.
That's cool.
I think it's pretty cool. It's also pretty funny though.
My funny is like, spoiler alert, I guess. You fight a rock. Like a literal boulder.
Like in Zelda, kinda.
Zelda? You fight a
in
boulder
Breath of the
in Zelda?
Wild.
Oh.
There's open world bosses like those giant boulders just like stand up. And you gotta fight them.
Oh, that one. Oh no.
Like
This one is literally just like a round boulder with a health bar. That's what I saw on the video. I'm not sure if they was like punking me or something.
Is it Dark Souls 2 or 3? I think it's 3. There's not a boss, but there is like a dungeon you have to navigate that just has like a ball of skeletons rolling around. So yeah, I don't know. Dark Souls. I think Dark Souls does have. I don't think it ever tries to be funny, but it does try to be weird, and sometimes that weirdness is hilarious.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I like fighting a big boulder. That's like funny. It's funny, but also like kind of like weird.
Yeah.
So, did you pre-order the Steam Deck?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not
really
gonna intend to buy it.
It looks kind of cool.
It does look pretty cool.
I would have gotten it if it was available here, but it's not. Fucking assholes, of course.
I feel like I have a computer and I have a Switch. I don't know that I need a Steam Deck. I'm not saying I wouldn't like having one. I just don't think I need one.
I mean, it's just like, I look at it and it's like, holy shit, I can play like so many of my games that I already have on PC handheld.
Yeah.
And I don't need to buy it again on the Switch. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying it's a dumb waste of money. It's cool. It's great. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend that money on more miniatures right now at this point in my life or something.
So what did you do? Or what did you play?
Yeah. The big thing is I beat Pokemon. I purchased and beat Pokemon Arceus.
Oh,
or
that
Arceus.
was fast.
I don't know how to say it. It's very short.
Oh.
Although, so I will say...
Is there like endgame
when
stuff?
I say beat, I mean I reached the end game credits once. So I haven't played the game since doing that. So I think there is more for me to do. But I beat the game by reaching the end credits once.
Oh, so you mean like... What's the like 4 people that you fight again after the...
Elite Four. I don't think
that's usually considered end game stuff, right?
I'd say if you beat the Elite Four in a normal Pokemon game, I would consider that having beaten the game.
But that is usually after the credits, or is that where the credits roll?
I think that's usually when the credits rolls after beating them.
Okay.
If I recall correctly. This game doesn't have gyms or an Elite Four. Or anything.
I hear this like really different. So how'd you like it?
It's very different. I liked it a lot in the beginning. I didn't like. I got kind of tired of it pretty quick. So, because there's no gyms, there are no badges. So the way that you get like badges to like increase the level cap of Pokemon you can control and that kind of thing, the way you get that experience is so whenever you leave the instance of the village and go out into the instance, whichever instance of the world you're going to, whenever you leave that and come back to the village, everything you've done potentially gives you experience, like how many Pokemon you've caught, how many like Pokedexes you've completed, because catching a Pokemon does put them in your Pokedex, but it is not considered complete in your Pokedex. You have to complete it by doing things like you can do. You have your choice of like there's a list of things you can do to complete the Pokedex entry, and you don't have to do all of them. You don't have to do very few of them, but you can choose. Like you can catch like the more Pokemon, the more duplicates of that Pokemon you catch, the more complete it is. Or like some Pokemon will be like, defeat this Pokemon with a psychic move to get more expertise on it. Or like see this Pokemon use this move to get experience on it, that kind of stuff. So all of that, yeah.
So that's just another way to get, right? Not the only way.
That's a way to get Pokemon completion in your Pokedex.
Okay.
And the more complete your Pokedex is, or the more things you've done to further completion of it, the more experience you get when you like leave the wild, basically. And that's how you get experience to level up and to rank up to get like a new badge, basically. And so that was actually kind of fun in the beginning, but it got really tedious near the end. Where like I'd do the story missions. I'd explore as much as I wanted to explore, and then be like, okay, I need to level up to get the next badge to further the story. The story is literally telling me to like level up, and so I would just go out and just like, kind of kill Pokemon for a little bit. And granted, it's less grinding than a normal Pokemon game would have, but it was still kind of boring. Because combat's also very different in this one. I don't know, like, there's two things that make it a little different. One, the type advantage system is way more important. Like,
oh, okay.
A water move on a fire guy is just gonna one shot that fire guy. Pretty much. Like,
it makes it so that even if you're over level, it's gonna be challenging, right? If it's the wrong type.
Yeah, so it makes it kind of hard to grind because like even if you're fighting type, like I think Pokemon just hit harder in general across the board. Like even the normal Pokemon hitting a normal Pokemon with a normal move, it's gonna do a lot of damage. Like, so like when you're fighting another trainer and they have like 4 Pokemon and you have 6 Pokemon, it's gonna be like, okay, one of us is gonna get the first kill and they're gonna bring out a new one and one shot one kill, one shot one kill, one shot one kill. And it's just like this weird attrition-y kind of thing that wasn't that fun. And so the second thing that makes it a little weirder is the game kind of explains it. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention, but I think it's like there's like this initiative kind of system. So when a Pokemon like levels up enough, a move that they have learned in the past, they will master. And so a mastered move, you can use the mastered move or like normal, or you can use it agile style or like strength style. And so the agile style will do less damage, but has the potential to let your Pokemon act again earlier. There's like an initiative bar kind of, and strength is the opposite. So you'll hit harder, but it's slower. Whenever you tell your Pokemon to use a move, they will always immediately use it. Like the other Pokemon will never act before you, but sometimes like if you use Agile Style enough times, you can get like 2 attacks in a row before they get to go. Sometimes I've even seen a Pokemon, if they're like a fast Pokemon using a fast move, get 3, like I got attacked 3 times before I got to do a move, which is weird. It doesn't feel good.
Okay. Huh.
So yeah, there's
I mean, I guess they're trying to like change it up.
I mean, yeah, it's good on them for trying to change it up, I guess. But
you've never played World of Final Fantasy, right? That's a game I played like a few years ago, and it's like I don't want to say it's a Pokemon. It's a monster collecting game, but in the Final Fantasy world, there's like chibi art style and all that. Honestly, it's a really good game, especially for Final Fantasy fans. That one, I remember there being like specific things you have to do to, I think, evolve. Oh, no. You have to do specific things to catch them. So like you have to use a specific item or like use a specific type of move kind of thing to actually get them to be like in your party kind of thing. So I kind of like that. Makes it not just, hit them into this yellow bar and then like throw a ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'll boot the game up again to go see what the like post game content is, because like I didn't actually catch or even see the namesake of the game, Arceus. So I think I should probably do that and at least see him. And I did find some caves, which to me implied the Reggie Pokemon, like Registeel, Regirock, Regice, or whatever, are in the game, but I don't know for sure if they are. I don't know. It was fun.
I'm gonna get it eventually because it sounds like a really good. I think I'll enjoy it because
I think you'll enjoy it. I liked Sword more. I will say that.
Seriously?
Yeah, for sure. I liked Sword a lot more
because it's more traditional.
I think because it's more traditional. I think I liked the Pokemon in it more.
So you
Like, just the Pokemon that were in it, I liked more than the Pokemon that were in
like,
Arceus.
does that mean you're one of those that do not want them to change anything? Or do you feel the changes they actually made was not
there
good
are
enough?
some changes I like, right? Like, this isn't new to Arceus, but I like having the global EXP share.
Mm.
That's a great... I don't mind that at all.
I thought EXP share was a thing for a while now, right?
It's not the newest thing, but like initially it wasn't, right. Like initially it was just an item that you would give to a Pokemon, and that single Pokemon would share experience. And now it's just like party wide all the time, no matter what. And I don't.
I think this party wide thing started maybe in X and Y.
Okay.
Oh, I think so.
I don't know.
I don't remember. Like somebody else will probably remember better.
The first time I remember it, the first game I played with it, I think was Pokemon Let's Go.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't think that's when it first showed up.
I think that's why I will enjoy Legends, because I really enjoy Let's Go. Because it's like so different. I mean, not so different, but like, you know.
I did like Let's Go as well. Again, I don't know. Maybe it's just because the Pokemon. Like at the end of Arceus, like at the end of Sword, I was like, I got 6 cool Pokemon on my party. At the end of Arceus, it's like I got 6 Pokemon on my party. I don't know. I'm not like attached to them in the same way for some reason.
Huh. And you don't know why?
I think it's because the lack of with the lack of gyms. Like in a normal Pokemon game, you're like I remember using this Pokemon to help me beat this hard gym, and here there's just none of that. It's just like, oh yeah, I killed 50 Psyducks with this guy. Whatever.
Were you on a Psyduck rampage or some shit? Psyduck genocide?
They were easy. I don't know.
Okay, I think I get what you mean. The gyms, I mean, it's supposed to be like a prequel and all that, right? And like the gyms are not a thing yet, kind of thing.
Right.
But it's crazy that they just announced the new one that's gonna come out not
I think the end of this year, right?
I think so.
Like in November or something crazy.
It's like it's like, okay, we found a new formula and let's just keep pumping out. Like,
yeah. I think my favorite thing about Arceus, and I guess this ties once again back into the Pokemon in the game, is as far as I know, other than Arceus, there are no new Pokemon in this game. They're all from past games. But there are variations, right? Like there are localizations. Like Voltorb is no longer just lightning. He's like lightning and leaf, because he's like a wooden low tech Voltorb.
Yeah.
The thing that was cool is that the starting 3 Pokemon for this game are
the owl one,
the owl one, the otter one.
He's on me somewhere. Yeah.
And Cyndaquil. And I picked Cyndaquil because that's the one I picked back in Pokemon Silver, or whichever when he first showed up in. And the third evolution is a new variant. So, because I believe in Silver he was just fire, all three evolutions. In this one, the third evolution is Fire Ghost, which looks kind of cool. Okay. So, I kind of want to see what the owl and the otter's third evolutions are to see if they're different. I'm sure they're different. I just want to see what they are.
Did you not get the other starters somewhere around the game? Because sometimes you can do that, right?
I don't think this game has it, because it does have other starting Pokemon from other games. Like it has the penguin, it has the fire monkey.
You mean the penguin that becomes the king penguin type thing?
Yes, that's the king penguin. So cool. It has the Chimchar fire monkey, and it has the turtle, the Tortig or whatever it's called.
Oh, the one that like has the trees on it, right?
Eventually it turns into like a whole like land mass.
Like a world turtle type thing. Okay.
Yeah, like a war turtle, but for land.
Do people cringe when they hear other people not know Pokemon names?
For sure.
How many thousand Pokemons we have now? Close to 800, right? Or is it 800?
Something like that.
I think close to 1,000, right?
Like there are 2 people listening to us right now. There are people who don't know and don't care what we're talking about.
You're assuming people listening to us. Okay,
yeah, that's a good point. And there are people who do care, and they're mad at us for getting things wrong.
Okay.
There's no in between.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like that's true with no evidence, but yeah. Enough time online will make everything seem true, honestly.
Yeah, the internet has shown to me that there are only extremes. There is no,
I remember there was
middle
this
ground.
conversation on Twitter. I was like, it was talking about Power Rangers, and
Okay.
there was this lady like trying to gatekeep people like out of like the Power Rangers, because there's so many Power Rangers, and most
There's
people
so many Power Rangers.
so many, but most people who are casual fans remember the first one the most because
Whenever
it's
they
their
saw
first
the
one.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you're not real Power Rangers fans," and I'm just like, being a woman yourself, like, how you all get gatekeeped out of like everything. I think you shouldn't
sure.
be doing that. You know what I mean? It's worse.
Yeah,
coming, like,
gatekeeping's only for men, lady.
yeah.
I'm
I'm gatekeeping.
Only men are allowed to gatekeep. No, yeah, you're right. I know what you're saying. Yes. I see
Yeah.
what you
So
mean.
like, and then she's like, they always say that when it's like things they don't care about. I'm like, okay.
Jeez.
I mean, I say that about everything. Like, just don't gatekeep.
Right. It's very simple.
Yeah, just don't be an asshole.
That's a good segue because I'm not going to gatekeep, but I am going to be a little judgy. So I did that. The other thing I did is I watched the movie Turning Red, the new Pixar film about the girl trained to
So
a
I've
red
been
panda.
seeing that a lot. Is it good? Is it
So this is
pandering
why-
to a minority? Somehow?
I don't think it's pandering to a minority. It is pandering to its target audience, which I am
are okay.
not. So I mean, the target audience is definitely like 13-year-old children.
Okay.
I don't think it's pandering to a specific gender. I don't think it's pandering to a specific nationality. I do know I have many adult friends who wept tears of joy or tears of emotion at the movie because it was so good and they could relate to the main characters so well. So I'm glad
There's a lot of
there are
Asians in it.
people.
I'm gonna rephrase that. There's only Asians in it.
So the main character is
Chinese.
Is it Chinese? You're right. Yes, it's
Yeah.
Chinese Canadian, and she works at like a temple with her mom. So there's a lot of that kind of like Chinese household slice of life type stuff.
Yeah.
And then I guess the other main plot point is she gets like this. It turns out that every woman in her family, like when they reach puberty, if they feel like a strong emotion, they turn into a giant red panda.
Okay.
It's kind of
Which is
explained.
true, by the way. Like, yeah.
But it is explicitly not really even subtly. It's explicitly a like a puberty metaphor, like a period metaphor. So the reason I think I don't like the film, and again, I'm not saying it's a bad film. I think the reason I don't like it is because the main character is a 13-year-old girl, and she is very, very cringy to me. I acknowledge that 13-year-old girls are very cringy. I'm not saying it's not accurate. I'm just saying I don't like watching it. In the same way, I don't like watching a smut film of someone's head getting cut off. It's accurate. Don't have to like it.
Okay, so because I'm guessing, sort of like me, when you watch something cringe, you just that feeling
I am
of cringe
physically uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like, I can't watch a lot of cringy things. I have to stop it. Like, it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, it
So
really
it's
depends
just that,
for
right?
me.
You don't hate Asians, is what you're saying, right?
I mean, yeah, I think it depends. Like, there's some cringy humor that I do quite like, but I think it's just when there's parts of the movie where it's trying to be cringy, and there's parts of the movie where I think it's trying to show like friends interacting, and it almost feels like hey there kids, like an adult trying, like, this is how kids act and talk. And like, again, I don't know that it's accurate or inaccurate, but like it's just like this weird line sometimes. Like, to me, there were certain moments where they, like, the children interacting is too like Hollywood, too like Disney-y. Like, oh yeah, all four of them are gonna spontaneously break into song about this thing. It's like, I hope that doesn't happen in real life, because that's awful to watch.
I just wanted to clarify something, because
Sure.
now that I think about it, it makes me sound like a straight white male. When I say pandering to minorities, I don't mean like, oh, we can't have it. I mean, if people listen to this podcast long enough, they know what my stance is on that. But like, what I mean is, I don't automatically assume the big giant corporation using minorities in their films actually care about them, is what I mean.
You mean kind of more like exploiting, kind of, or just like tokenizing whatever. Yeah.
Like, you know how I felt about what was it, Raya and the Yellow Dragon, whatever.
Rush Dragon?
Yeah, something
Dragon?
like that was Southeast Asian culture, which the fact that saying Southeast Asian culture, which is a collection of countries and a bunch of different cultures, by the way,
very broad,
and grouping them one, is already insulting. But the fact that Southeast Asians were not able to watch it outside,
I didn't realize that. That's bonkers.
For a while, so like that's what I mean, because I do not. It's Disney, for fuck's sakes. Come on.
Yeah,
Wait,
I mean,
is it Disney? It's Disney, right?
It's Pixar, which is Disney. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Do you remember? I don't remember.
But it sounds like this one is a pretty good one for like, you know, coming of age for little girls and stuff. Yeah.
I think it's a great coming of age story, which is something I don't enjoy. You know, like I didn't enjoy Onward. I don't know if it's coming of age. That's the one with like the two like elf orc kids who like find a magic thing and they go on an adventure. I don't.
Okay, that sounds familiar. Is that the one with the first lesbian character ever? Like openly lesbian. That might be right.
There's like a lesbian troll cop or something.
Yeah, troll cop. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the one. That's that one.
And they celebrated that like it was an achievement or some shit.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it is. But
it's funny watching. What's his name? The creator of Gravity Falls. I can't remember what it is, but like he always like I've seen screenshots of tweets of him like calling out Disney because like he worked on Gravity Falls, which is a Disney cartoon, and
it's a Disney cartoon.
It was produced or owned by Disney. I don't know how. It's a Disney cartoon. But the point is like Disney had creative oversight on it to the point where like they'd ask him to like, you know, remove LGBT type stuff or like, you know, like tweak things to be less offensive. And he's like, so like they don't care. They don't care. Like,
so why is it okay for like feature films to have LGBT but not cartoons? I mean like series.
It's
like
it has to be. It has to be done in a specific way, I guess. Like
portraying lesbians as trolls. Is that what they mean?
Sure. Like, I mean, because I don't know what he was showing. I don't remember what he was like forbidden from putting or what they wanted changed. Like,
he says things now because he stopped working on it, right? It's not
exactly.
A thing anymore.
It's over, right? Yeah. Like, I think. I mean, you could have the things you see in movies. You could have in shows, and vice versa.
But it has to be like
whatever he was trying to do is not allowed. Yeah.
But it has to follow.
It's too much. It crosses the line. You know, it's whatever.
So basically, it has to follow like they have to say it's okay. Right.
It
so
has
everything
to be,
we see
like it's allowed to play lip service for American audiences, but it can't be too much that Chinese audiences will lose their mind over it, whatever, or Russian audiences, you know, the more conservative audiences.
Got it. Yeah.
So I didn't like the movie, but I also didn't like Frozen, and it's it's the biggest thing since Frozen, so it's clearly good for some people.
So those the two big things.
Those were the two big things big things. They weren't the biggest things for me. Like I think the biggest thing for me personally, I'm watching a show called several shows. The first one is Picard season 2. It's really good so far. I'm really liking that.
How many episodes already?
3 episodes. Episode 3 just came out like yesterday.
Okay. So is it? Because Picard season 1, I feel it started off really good and then it kind of tapers off. So is this also like a really strong start kind of?
Well, it hasn't gone on long enough to taper off, but it does have the first episode has to do a lot of just like work where it's like, okay, it's been a year and a half. Here's everything that's happened. Here's what's happening. Here's what people are doing. So, it's just a lot of like bringing you up to speed in episode 1. Not much actually happens in episode 1. Episode 2 is when like the big stuff happens.
Okay. Overall I enjoyed Picard season 1.
Yeah. I mean, it's not flawless. It has right, but it's I liked it a lot. I like a new show also came out called Our Flag Means Death, which I'm liking. in actual history, there was a gentleman pirate who was like 1800s, whatever, like some rich guy's like, I'm tired of being rich, I'm bored, I'm going to buy a boat and hire a crew and go be a pirate. And he did. And so this show is based off of that guy. And the show is completely 100% fictional.
Just Taika Waititi.
It's Taika Waititi and Rhys Darby. Taika Waititi plays Blackbeard the pirate. It's just a comedy about a gentleman pirate, trying to like be a gentleman but also be a bloodthirsty pirate at the same time. And
I like that he makes
very delightful.
I like that he makes big budget shit like Thor Ragnarok, and then he just makes crazy weird shit like Jojo Rabbit.
I don't know how creatively involved he is in this show. He did direct some episodes, but he didn't write it or produce it.
He's
he
just
mostly just
an
acts in
actor.
it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, it has that same New Zealand style. Like
so it's a New Zealand comedy.
There's a lot of New Zealanders and English people in it.
Okay.
I don't know who produces it or owns it. I think it's on HBO.
HBO Max. Country of origin apparently on Wiki is United States, I guess.
Okay. Great, whatever that means.
Yeah. Because the creator's American, I think.
The main creator, the
writer
person.
writer, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. David Jenkins.
Because I would say it's not as good as What We Do in the Shadows, the show.
Okay.
But
and
it's
that
still
one,
good.
Taika
I'm still
Waititi
liking
is
it.
the showrunner,
That one,
right?
I think so. He's a lot more involved in that one, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, still good. It's not as good as that, but I'm liking it a lot. They dropped all 8 episodes, so I actually have watched 7. I need to watch the finale still. And then the one other thing I started watching, is a show called The White Lotus, which I think is still a comedy, but I'd say it's mostly a drama. It's just about a bunch of rich white people on a vacation island in Hawaii, and then kind of the drama unfolding between them. It's got...
Okay.
It's good. I don't know. I'm 3 episodes in. They're like hour-long episodes, though.
Oh, okay.
I think the reason I like it, I think it's enough of a comedy that I like it. It's not like a pure drama, It's not.
What is the one that weird one where they like remove the memories when
Severance? Yes,
Okay.
I'm still watching that. Definitely. That's actually, that's a good point. So that's not the new thing I'm watching, but it is still probably the best thing in a quote objective way that I'm watching. Like it's just good.
Okay.
I've been watching a lot of stuff because I couldn't play video games.
That's true. But now you can.
But now I can. I'll stop watching everything, or I'll watch things on the second monitor and cease to absorb anything about them.
Yeah. I haven't been watching anything. Not really. I've stopped at Doom Patrol season 3 episode 3, I think.
Oh. Yeah, I need to watch Doom Patrol. I only got like a couple episodes into season 2. I don't remember where I stopped.
Season 2 was not my favorite.
I think that's what everyone says.
Yeah, I hated the little girl. I really hated her.
That's right. There's the girl was doing things and okay.
Cringe.
I didn't hate her.
Yeah. Small kids, they're cringy and annoying.
Although I don't know how small they are. I've been hearing good things about season 3. The Dead Boy Detectives are pretty friggin' awesome.
Yeah. The Dead Boy Detectives, I don't think they're I guess they're kids. They're dead, right? So they can't like age. I guess they're kids.
But they're still like teenagers or a little older, right?
Tweeners, teens.
They're kind of ambiguous, like Tintin.
Yeah.
Like he could be 25, he could be 18,
he could be 25. But yeah, actually I love the Dead Boys. I would say season 3 Doom Patrol starts off really strong, but I haven't watched any more of the episodes. But I think I'm having a good feeling about this season 3 for sure. Way better than season 2.
Cool.
The Dead Boys Detective Agency, that one I really like when they make an appearance. There's actually gonna be an another HBO series for the Dead Boys.
Awesome.
But they're not using the same actors.
Oh,
so,
what?
Yeah. So I guess it's not in the same universe.
Boo.
Yeah, I just thought continuity and whatever. Doom Patrol's. I'm gonna try to find time to keep watching it. Because if I watch it on my second screen, I'm not gonna like absorb anything. It's just gonna be background.
And that show has enough plot. You have to watch it.
Yeah. I watched the first 2 episodes of The Boys Presents Diabolical.
I watched the first episode.
Okay, so you only watched the first episode.
Yeah.
They change styles.
I assume that there's no continuity.
I don't think
Is it
so.
it's a bunch of individual shorts, basically,
I think so.
right?
And it changes art
Okay.
styles. Like the first one is like
cool.
Looney Tunes style, right? All
Totally.
60s, 70s Looney Tunes. The
Very
second one is
Animaniacs
literally
or
Rick and
whatever.
Morty.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Is
So-
it funny though? Is it land? Or is it not?
I'm not sure if I would say it's funny. Well,
Okay.
the powers are ridiculous. That's funny.
Okay.
But then there are like, you
Oh,
know.
speaking of
But
the
then-
boys.
So there is the funny part because the people with the powers are kind of funny because the powers are actually funny and it's stupid.
Yeah.
But then there's also the part where these are babies that were experimented on. So it's just like that's that
sure. The context
Uh,
is pretty dark.
yeah, it is. What were you gonna say about the boys?
Who's the guy who plays Homelander? Did you hear about him?
Oh my god, is he a Nazi? Like an actual Nazi?
Not that bad. Not quite that bad. But he
my
did
God.
get drunk and physically beat a female bartender.
Jesus Christ!
So that's
When was this?
like a couple months ago, a month ago,
Arrested
I
in
don't know.
Spain 2 weeks ago. Gets 1 year prison sentence. So
Oh, that's different. The thing I read about, he didn't get a prison sentence because it was, quote, his first offense.
given suspended prison sentence.
Ah, okay.
Anthony Starr.
Anthony Starr, thank you.
I'm reading it on comicbook.com. Arrested given a suspended prison sentence, 12 months for assaulting a chef in Spain.
Chef. Okay.
He was working on a project with Guy Ritchie when he ran into some trouble while in Costa Blanca. The actor punched this person inside of a pub.
Oh, it's
Chef
in a
explained-
bar. He punched a chef in a
The
bar.
chef explained that he had been struck twice, had a glass smashed in his face.
So it's self-defense? I don't know. I didn't actually read the whole story. Maybe I just assumed maybe he shouldn't be canceled. But it sounds like he got convicted in a court? I don't know.
Yeah, he still assaulted somebody. Basically he assaulted a male chef, I think. Okay, so he's not a Nazi, but he assaulted somebody.
But he is basically a homeless.
So what tier is that? I'm not sure. Is Nazi the top tier?
I mean, I guess like Russell Crowe gets away with fighting people. Mel
fights
Gibson
people?
gets away with fighting. Russell Crowe got in a lot of fights.
Oh,
There's
is
a
it because
whole,
Australian?
there was a whole South Park musical number about it, like Russell Crowe fighting around the world or whatever. It was pretty
Okay.
funny. It was pretty racist in certain parts because he go to different worlds and parts of the world and fight
Okay.
stereotypes. But it was funny in that South Park way it can be.
Uh,
So you didn't watch anything. What'd you play?
Lost Ark.
Oh, cool. I actually have it. I should maybe be the first thing I play on my computer.
Okay.
Because before I tried to play it on my old computer back in December, and their servers were so bad it would just disconnect. Like I couldn't even get through the tutorial.
Oh, I'm playing in NA West. I've never had to queue.
Okay.
I will let you know which server I'm on. But basically, it's the first one. I didn't make
Yeah,
any
let me
kind of like educated choice. I just
Sure.
like first one. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So Lost Ark, I've been playing exclusively that.
You play the controller? Or mouse
Yeah,
and
both
keyboard?
controller and keyboard. So gameplay is fun. Powers are super fun. The classes all play very differently. Like
Cool. What are you playing primarily?
my main guy for now is an artillerist because he
That
has
sounds
huge
cool.
ass gun. He
Oh,
just
yeah, makes
he
sense.
just has this huge minigun, and so the normal attack is just like a like a minigun thing. But there's also like you can do like grenade launcher stuff. You can do flamethrower stuff. When I saw the flamethrower, I'm like, I need to play this guy. I like flamethrowers. But he basically plays like a caster, more or
Sure.
less. Yeah, a lot of skills and all that. And his special is he like turns into like a giant turret. Can't move, but there's like pretty strong skills, like a giant ass laser and shit. Very slow movement and stuff.
That
Unless
sounds
if
pretty cool. Maybe
Yeah,
I should try that. I
it's
was
fun.
trying to do a monk, but when I was briefly trying,
it's fun.
I don't remember which monk I was trying.
I've also used a power pass. Basically, you level up to the max, level up to 50 on a gun lancer. So those like Monster Hunter class with
Like
the
from
like
Monster Hunter.
yeah. So shield and like gun lance. So
You know what I want to see? I want to see a lance gun and a shield gun on the same person. Just guns in both hands, that one's a shield and one's a lance.
So he's also pretty good. He can taunt, and he can turn on shields, which just absorbs a lot of damage.
For party stuff, is it like an MMO where you have to have like a tank and a healer and a DPS or whatever?
If you play support, I would say fights will be easier, and also people want more because there's not a lot of support classes in the game.
Naturally,
there's maybe so. Even the shield guy, he's not really a tank. He can taunt and turn on the shield, but his main, like, and he can also give like a shield buff to everybody. So he's sort of supportish. There's also a paladin that can sort of heal, and also a bard that is the main support class. So there's mostly just 3, and the rest is just damage.
Not a lot.
So if you play a support class, people will want you in your party.
Does the bard heal? Is it
the bard is literally the main healer. Yeah. So this, top-down Diablo style, so much stuff. Jesus Christ. And
like systems?
Yeah. And and it's actually like, because Korean version is the main version, right? That one has the most stuff. The Western version right now doesn't have as much as the Korean stuff. So there's still more coming. And there's just there's so many upgrade materials, there's so many currencies, there's just doing this and doing that. So
I have heard about people hitting a grind wall pretty relatively early on and hollowing out.
That's because they go crazy, like they just go all the way in, and then they will reach the wall really fast. But I don't play like that because that's just a chore, honestly.
Sure.
Like I've played like 150 hours.
Okay.
But
that's a good chunk of time.
It is, but I am probably the slowest player in the game. Like like an actual, like somebody who takes it seriously can probably max out 2 or 3 characters with the amount of time I put in.
So when you say max out, that means like max gear score or just like max level?
Gear score. Or at least reach the wall, like the 1340, which is the 1340 grind to 1370 is where like the huge wall is right now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I'm not super into the meta stuff too because I'm never gonna be
right.
I just want to play a game because
like, what even is the meta for? Like, do you just do the same instances on harder settings, or like what do you do?
There's raids. There's like
raids.
There's a lot of like group stuff.
Like what size of groups? Like 5 and 40 or like 10, 4? Always just 4?
Well, at least the one I know of is 4. I'm not sure if like because there's tiers 1, 2, 3, and I'm only on tier 1 still.
Gotcha.
So you reach a certain gear score, then you can continue on the main quest.
Oh, interesting that they gate it.
So like you reach level 50, you reach a place, you start opening up endgame stuff, which is like the chaos dungeons and the guardian raids and stuff. You don't unlock everything. You then go do the story again. You have to reach a certain gear score to go do more story stuff. Reach a certain gear score. So it's like
is there any crafting?
Crafting, no.
Like
it's mostly upgrading.
Okay.
It's just upgrading. I mean, that's like food crafting.
Okay, yeah, no, I meant like an MMO,
like gear
or
crafting,
like New World, where you're like, I'm an enchanter, blacksmith, or that kind of stuff.
No, it's just you upgrade your. So I like the game because in terms of like the quest design, they make it so that it's really easy. While you do your main quest, you can also do your side quest, and it's most of the time kind of like you're going the same way. That's I like
nice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
And I definitely recommend doing the side quest on your first character because you get quite a bit of like stuff back, and a lot of and you don't just level up your character. That's combat XP. You also get roster XP, which is like account level. Yeah, which gives you bonuses throughout your entire roster. So, and there's just so many systems, and I got really overwhelmed, so I had to watch a lot of videos. So now I have a lot of Lost Ark videos recommended to me. But I'm just taking my time. I'm doing dailies and weeklies when I can. There's an event going on right now where you turn into a small little baby dinosaur and you race like Mario Kart. People do it. You should do it because the coins you get back for the event is specifically just for the event, and you get back like really good upgrade materials and stuff. So it's just like they're giving you systems to like catch you up kind of thing.
That makes sense.
because the upgrades, the higher you go, after level 6 for your gear, the chances of failure starts to come up. So people waste a lot of like upgrade materials because it just feels very RNG heavy.
I don't like that.
Yeah. It's that. So definitely that's this thing where like I want to just play the story, take my time, kind of thing. But then it's also one of those MMO online games where you want to reach the end game real fast, and then like you want to be efficient with your time. So I feel like that's this. I think it's like two separate games almost. So I think for people like me, I like it that I have the option to like not worry too much. But then there's also the part of me where I'm thinking like, am I wasting my time? Like if I'm not trying to be efficient to reach 1/340 or whatever, am I playing the game the right way? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like group content in theory, but it is probably the biggest source of anxiety. You know, it's like, are people going to make fun of my build for playing wrong? That kind of thing.
Or am I going to be a burden?
Or exactly. Yeah,
that's the big one. Yeah, because it's very action based, right? So it's like, it's not just putting in the commands correctly. It's also positioning and all that, because there's counters that you can do, but you can only counter them from the front. But then different skills have different damage depending on where you do them. Some skills do more damage from the back. Some skills do more damage from the front.
That's really cool.
So
that's actually what I really liked about the monk class in Final Fantasy Online, is it was very much
14
the same. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is very much positioning and order kind of. It has this cool.
Is Final Fantasy 14 tab or action, or it's kind of both?
What's tab?
World of Warcraft.
And then what's action?
Not World of Warcraft. Action is like Black Desert and Blade and Soul, like Maple Story.
I see. I think it's more like World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay. So it's more traditional MMO, right?
Yeah, you generally have to have a target for your moves most of the time. You can't just like do it and have it hope the hitbox hits the enemy. It's just like you're in range, you cast it, it lands, kind of thing. So the characters are all really pretty, the boys and the girls, because it's Korean. What else? I haven't spent any money on it. You bought the pack, right? I think I did buy a founder's pack back in December when I was trying to play it.
Yeah, I'm not sure which pack you got, but like the second and third one gives you extra character slots.
How many slots do you have without it?
6 per server.
That's a pretty good number.
Yeah, and you can delete the characters and all that. You also get 2 power passes. Once you reach a certain point in the story with your main character or first character, or whichever first character you reach to that point in the story, you get 1 power pass. You can then power pass a character to level 50. Once you do all that, you get a second power pass. And then you pretty much have 2 power pass per server.
That's nice.
Yeah. I've used my first power pass on the Gun Lancer guy. And I'm going to keep my second power pass to see if they release any new class, and I might just want to try it, that kind of thing. So yeah. It's a fun game. Like, it's pretty good.
Good.
And it also feels pretty okay using controller. It's not the best because your right analog stick is your mouse.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. But when you use a controller, you move the character with the left analog stick. But if you use a mouse and keyboard, you click to move, right? And I don't know. It's like, for what kind of game it is, with all the menus and stuff, I think they did a pretty decent job of translating that to a controller. I still use the keyboard once in a while because it's just easier and it's just faster. But more or less, couch play, I think is quite viable. And I personally feel like certain classes definitely play better with a controller. I mean, not better with a controller, but like certain class would not do as well compared to other classes if you play on a controller, depending on what class it is. Because it is very actiony.
I wonder how it plays on a Steam Deck. Probably the same as the controller.
I would say, I'm not even sure if it's Steam Deck compatible. Because the Steam Deck is using Proton, right? Linux. So that game's gotta be... I guess they're working on it maybe. But it'd be nice to play it on the Steam Deck. I mean, it looks like a nice game to have handheld. So much
Totally.
grinding and shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, talking about the Steam Deck, like Destiny 2 doesn't want to work on compatibility with the Steam Deck, but if you, which is, whatever, but they also gave a warning: if players bypass it somehow, you'll get banned.
What?
I think it's because if you bypass the whatever, you might bypass their anti-cheat, I guess, maybe?
Sure. Whatever.
I don't know. Yeah. Like, that's insane.
They should also just want to be on it.
Yeah.
Oh, bungle.
But yeah, Lost Ark. That's pretty much what I've done for the past like month or whenever it came out. I think it came out like February something. February, like early Feb.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So it's insane. I'm just
Hasn't
been
out
playing that.
long.
Yeah. Mostly because it's like it's my now current grindy game. Like, I don't think about it.
Yeah.
I just play it after work. I'm tired out. I just want to kill a few things with my giant ass gun.
I was looking at the Steam page just now, and the pictures of guys with giant ass guns are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very Final Fantasy.
One thing I don't like about it is, oh yeah, because there'll be like sorcerers with their magic stuff, and then you have your warriors and stuff, and then there's like the more steampunkish stuff with the people with guns and stuff. One thing I don't like about it is classes being gender locked. That's annoying.
Yeah, that's a very Korean thing, isn't it?
I guess so. This is kind of my first Korean MMO.
I feel like Black Desert Online had the same thing.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
And I think Tree of Saviors had the same thing, maybe?
Trio Saviors is that like Ragnarok Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's kind of annoying because honestly, I play girls most of the time, so it's annoying they gender locked it.
I remember I was a monk girl, because I can't remember which monk I was, but it was locked.
Actually, the female fighters have more options for Lost Ark. There is one called the Soul Fist, which is basically like Dragon Ball character. You can do like Kamehamehas and shit. Sounds pretty cool. I kind of want to try it.
I think I just pictured everyone had the biggest fists.
Then you have your assassin classes. One of the class can turn into like a demon for a while. That's their ulti. That sounds pretty cool too. Assassin classes are all female, I think, if I remember correctly. Magic users are all female. So there's a bard and sorcerers. The warrior class is male. The gun ones are all male. There's one gun one for female, but there's only one class. Well, the guy's got 3. There's one gun class where you can switch between a handgun, a shotgun, and one more gun on the fly.
Like a sniper or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Machine gun, maybe. Huh.
So like the classes play very differently and stuff. There's a lot of like cool
That's
mechanics to it. Yeah. Like the gun lancer's dodge is the only one that goes backwards.
Is there a like minion master kind of class? That's
like a summoner?
Or anything? Yeah.
I don't think so. Not at the moment, I think. As far as I know, no. So yeah, it's there's a lot of sailing. It's a lot of islands
I didn't
and
know about
continents.
that. I guess
There's a lot of sailing, motherfucker. And you can have 2 like fast travel points. And both using the different system. One is using a song, and that's only you can put it on one. Another one is called a Bifrost, where you can put another. So the song you have to teleport to a specific point in major cities around the continents. The Bifrost one you can put anywhere, and both when you use it, there's a cooldown. And the Bifrost one, if you want to use it again during the cooldown, you have to use premium currency. So annoying.
of course.
Yeah.
Is the world instanced in like a Guild Wars 1 style, or is it a true MMO?
True MMO
Cool.
with instance content for
Sure,
the story.
right, of course. With instances. Yeah.
Yeah, with
That's
instances.
fine.
Yeah. So in the stories, you have instances because you have to go into like story dungeons, and then
I guess a
all
better
the other
example would be, I
dungeons
guess
are also
I was
instances.
picturing like a Diablo or Path of Exile kind of thing. Like
no,
Path
it's
of Exile, you see
very
people-
much Diablo MMO.
But I mean, like in Diablo, you have to invite people to your party, and in Path of Exile, you only see people in hubs. And you don't see them out in the world because it's instance. But in this, it's not instance.
Yeah, it's pretty much MMO. You can even go to like small little islands that are always PvP enabled. So yeah, it's pretty much an MMO. So when you're sailing around the world, you can see all the player ships and stuff. Not sheep,
That's awesome.
Ships.
That's a good reason, sorry. Yeah. Even when a game's bad, like the next World of Warcraft expansion or something, I still kind of want to get these types of things on launch. Like New World, I'm glad I played it as close as I did to launch, because there's always like that fun atmosphere when things are new, and it's a very living world still kind of thing.
Yeah. Wasn't there a new Warcraft expansion? That was out, right?
There's one that is out that was new when it came out, but
did you play it?
I played the most recent one, but so the way World of Warcraft content works is there's like there's an expansion that you buy, and then however, I don't know how long they last, 2 years or whatever it is, there'll be like
2 years to the next expansion, you mean?
Exactly.
Okay.
But there'll be like 2 or 3 big content patches that come for free, like the new raid, the new story content kind of stuff.
Oh, so I buy this expansion, I don't get all of it right away, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they haven't finished it yet. But
because they have to stretch it out also.
Also that.
Yeah.
So I played the newest expansion, but I didn't play long enough to get any of the like actual patches.
Okay.
I did do the one raid that was out at the time. It was very, very grindy.
It's pretty much this is your MO with World of Warcraft, right? Play it for a while, new expansion come out, play it for a while, stop. Then next one, you wait for the next one.
I usually play every other expansion, honestly. I usually skip expansions.
But you get the last one free, right? If you skip?
I think that's how it seems to work, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I did play the last 3, though. I didn't skip one this time, and that was a bad mistake, because the most recent 2 expansions are, they're kind of the worst 2, by popular opinion.
And they're like full price releases, like $50.
They're like $50, yeah.
Okay.
I think, you do get a free month with that, which is normally a $15 thing, but it's still a lot of money.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, I guess. At least you don't have to pay for 1 month, I suppose.
Sure.
So it's $35 if you want to look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
So that one's still going strong. Because of Lost Ark,
I've been strong anymore.
Because of Lost Ark, I've been kind of following more MMO news, but more of not the Western style ones, but more of the Asian like anime style ones, because there are like what I've heard is Blue Protocol is like the one that everybody wants to come out. When I look at it, it looks like third person, very action, kind of looks like Genshin Impact.
Okay.
So, but I'm kind of like, it's really pretty. All these fucking MMO from Asia is so fucking pretty.
I just want a new division.
Yeah, I kind of just want
a new shooter.
Not an MMO, but like, like a division. Like Destiny 2.
A looter shooter.
New expansion.
Yeah. What were we playing most recently?
We playing Division 2.
Yeah, but after Division 2, we were playing... Let me find it real quick.
Borderlands 3?
No, it's a good guess. Is Outriders.
Oh, yes. A new expansion coming out this year, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
And before that, I was playing Remnant. But I just want a new one.
I just want another looter shooter. And Outriders wasn't really... It is kind of looter shooter, but it's not like The Division. It's
totally. Yeah. The loot wasn't as much of a thing, but it was still grindy.
It was a fun game. I think I'll definitely get the new expansion.
Yeah, if you get it, I'll definitely get it.
I want to play Dying Light 2, but I also want to play Tiny Tina, and Tiny Tina's coming out real soon.
I will definitely play Tiny Tina.
Okay, then I think my next one is going to be Tiny Tina.
As much as I didn't like... I had fun, but as much as I didn't like the most recent Borderlands, I will...
The most recent Borderlands, the shitty part is just the story. Cringy as shit.
It's just the story.
Story and writing was horrible.
Yeah.
But the actual gameplay is the best, I think, out of all.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Just feels really good. When I try to go back to Borderlands 2, it's still a good game. It doesn't feel as good,
You played more than I did. I didn't do all the DLC for the most recent one.
I didn't get Season Pass 2 for Borderlands 3 because the main reason why you would get that, there's content and all that, but also the main one is you get the extra skill trees for all the classes. So there's no new class, you just get an extra skill tree.
Kind of cool, though.
It is. It's been on sale. But Tiny Tina's coming out, so I'm not sure if I'll
wait for Tiny Tina.
Yeah, I'll just wait for Tiny Tina. reviews, early impressions are really good. They're giving a lot of like.
Do we have
YouTube.
a release date for it?
I'm not sure. It's actually coming out soon.
This is one of those games where, as much as I don't want to give money to like Randy Pitchford, it's like I'll do it. Because like before we were recording, we were talking about the new Harry Potter open world action game. It's like I'll probably
25th
get it.
March.
Oh my gosh!
According to
That's
Epic.
a week. That's 1 week
because
from now.
if I'm not mistaken, if you want to play it early, you gotta buy it on Epic.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, Borderlands
man.
3 didn't come out on Steam at the same time. So I think you got it later than I did, right? Because I got it on Epic.
I don't remember.
I think so. I'm not really sure. I think it was like a 6-month wait.
6 months.
Are you gonna give money to what's his name?
God, I don't know his name.
The guy, the Epic guy.
Mr.
Sweeney?
Epic. I don't know his
Sweeney?
name. Is it Sweeney Todd?
Yeah. He kills people.
The demon barber of Fleet Street.
Are you still gonna get it?
If you pressure me, maybe.
If you get it, if you want to get it, I'll get it day one. Full price.
I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
It'll probably just be something that I don't
Is it
think
is
about.
it just
and then-
is it just not wanting another launcher?
That's 100% what it is.
Okay.
I don't have anything against Epic specifically. I just
I get it.
don't want another launcher.
I get it. If you can avoid it, I guess. But I've
Yeah.
already took so many of the free games,
Right.
so many of the sales.
I think-
Epic is just another thing on my
I
desktop
think I
now.
did make an Epic account for something. I'll have to double check. I don't
For
know.
Fortnite.
Oh, I think it's still going strong, by the way. There is a Humble Bundle to support Ukraine.
Oh
It's
yeah.
$10. It's like 1,000 games.
No, it's $40.
I think it was $10 when I did it.
Oh no, it's a fixed price, $40. It's a Humble Bundle, stand with you. Oh, you're thinking about the itch.io bundle.
Right, it wasn't Humble. It was Itch.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
The itch.io one is over. Then now there's a Humble one for $40. You actually get some
I
pretty
see.
good games. Satisfactory,
Satisfactory's in it.
Back for Blood,
Back for Blood.
which at full price is already $40. So
Right.
there's Metro Exodus, there's Spyro Trilogy, Quantum Break,
Did we try
Max
to
Payne
play
3.
Metro together?
Is it a co-op game?
I thought maybe I'm thinking of Stalker.
I don't think we've ever talked about playing those two games
Okay.
ever together.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not even sure if
Sunset
there's co-op.
Overdrive. I remember that looking really cool and then getting pretty.
So
black
I have
reviews.
Sunset Overdrive. The reason why I was interested in it is because it looks cool. It was an Xbox exclusive,
It looks
and it was made
great.
by the Insomniac people. They make Ratchet and Clank, so I really like them.
Yeah.
So, but it was kind of boring, to be honest. It's not horrible,
Okay. I think that's
but
what
it's
I heard.
like, yeah, it's just,
I just want a Jet Set Radio too.
yeah, it was okay. It's like whatever. A lot of games in this. Not sure,
There
I'm
are.
not sure how many.
I own like half of these games already, but I mean, it's still a good
100
deal.
123 items. So I think the headliners, and that's the reason why they're on top, is Satisfactory and Back 4 Blood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Back 4
What is
Blood
this
being
game?
the really new one. But there's a lot of like indie games and all that too. Some really
Oh
good
god
stuff.
dang it! If I click on a game, it just opens the friggin' bundle again. I want to see what the game is.
And there's also a bunch of books and all that too. Comics, game dev assets,
Oh here we go.
RPG Maker. So yeah, really good bundle.
What is this? Out of Reach Treasure Royale.
Other than that, Elden Ring, that's a new thing. Steam Deck, that's going to people now. There's a game called Tunic. Have you heard of that one? It just came out on the 17th ish.
No.
Top down Zelda, like you play a cute little fox, and it's getting really good reviews.
Oh, I did see a picture of it. The only thing I know about it is I saw someone pictures saying it's like, I think it was like some very passive aggressive clickbait title like "Say what you will, but Tunic is gorgeous," and it showed like a screenshot, and I'm like, I mean, it looks cute. I would not call it gorgeous. It's got style, but it's not like OMG. You know, it's low res. Like I like the look. But so it's like a
Yeah.
platforming isometric game?
I'm not sure if it's platforming, but it's supposed to be like very true to Zelda.
Those okay. So maybe a bit like
Puzzle dungeons.
yeah, what was the Anodyne, the first
And
Anodyne?
okay. Another game that's getting like good reviews and people playing is Core Keeper. So it's like a multiplayer sandbox mining game, mine build fight craft farm, and it's like
The multiplayer. Okay.
top down
I'll
Stardew
add
Valley
to the list.
looking, but it's like I think you go into the mines a lot. They've sold like close
Yeah.
to
It's the best
they,
part.
like 250K in like a few days ago they mentioned. So it's been getting a lot of hype. Early access.
Does it have server mode? I guess it doesn't matter.
And the other one that I've been seeing a lot of people talk about is Aperture Desk Job. It's a free game made for the Steam Deck. I think you can still play it. Yeah, you can still play it. It's just that it's optimized for the Steam Deck. I think is what it means.
Optimized.
So yeah, I think it's just like a cute, funny game by Valve, and they don't make those often. Games, just
This is hilarious. I'm looking through the Humble Bundle still, and after the books, there's a section of 3D print patterns, and the category is like sitting female townsfolk, and it's just like 4 women in chairs. It's just like it's very specific. I appreciate it. Sometimes you need a guy holding a mug in a chair. Sometimes you need a guy holding a loaf of bread in a chair. Just like, but like I can't imagine some DM just like with that much shelf space to store these very specific limited use things.
The other stuff that's come out recently is Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, the one where they look for chaos and they can't stop telling us about it.
Okay.
So it's basically like an action game remake of the first game, kinda, and it's
Okay.
made by Team Ninja, the people who made Ninja Gaiden game. So the reviews have been decent, 7s, 8s, 9s, mostly 7s and 8s, which is considered pretty good for like Square Enix recently, because they also came out with a game called Babylon Fall, which was published by Square but developed by Platinum.
Cool. We like Platinum.
Bad reviews because it's a live service game, because Square Enix just wants that one live service game that they want to make money. Like they failed with Avengers because it was a shitty game, and I actually tried playing Avengers and it's like whatever. It's like it's not amazing. The story is pretty okay with Kamala Khan and all that. Oh, did you see the new trailer for Miss Marvel?
I saw that it was out. I didn't watch it. I think I saw like this misfit teen gets powers. I'm like, I don't care.
So I'm
Is it
actually
good? Is it good?
excited for the next 3 Marvel Disney stuff.
Cool.
I've never been excited for anything, not even Loki.
Ah,
Loki was good. Don't get me wrong, but I
we
wasn't
were
like
hyped
looking
for
forward to it.
sure.
But I'm looking
So
forward
it's
to
the
Moon
next 3.
Knight.
The next 3. Okay, Moon
Moon
Knight
Knight
for sure.
Obi-Wan.
Oh, that's
Kenobi.
not Marvel, but Disney.
I mean Marvel
yeah.
Disney, yeah. Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel.
Is Ms. Marvel a movie or a show?
TV series.
Okay.
Disney Plus series, yeah.
Yeah.
Powers are changed a little bit. She still has
I
like
don't really know the character.
she's like Mr. Fantastic, but she can also get big. So she can stretch her arms out, but her fist can become really big to punch you in the face. She can also become really big, and but the powers in the show is more cosmic style. So she still has all that stretchy stuff, but she's also has like a cosmic shield and all that. So yeah, it's whatever. I just like that they're giving like a brown Muslim girl. Like
That's true. That is cool. I just don't. Misfit kid is that's such a turn off phrase for me.
yeah, and also like the trailer gave it very what is that movie? What is that
Santa Claus with
movie
Tim
many
Allen.
years ago with Michael Cera in that comic book style?
Oh, Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, this trailer gave it very Scott Pilgrim vibes.
That's that. I interpret that as a positive.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's just for
I
the
told
trailer
you,
or like
I think this was after we recorded the last podcast, maybe. But I think I talked to you. I'm liking The Defenders of Justice on Netflix.
Guardians of Justice.
The Guardians of Justice, yeah.
I've
It also
looked
has
at
some
it and
very
it looks
Scott
interesting.
Pilgrim-y stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I liked it. I think it's a little more specific and niche. I wouldn't say everybody should watch it like I would for Severance, but I think you specifically would like it, and I really liked it.
I do like A.D. Shankar, and that's Diamond Dallas Page. So
yeah, wrestler Dallas Page.
After defeating Robo Hitler and ending World War III. Yeah, I'll watch this.
It starts off with these very strong like Time Cop or Kung Fury vibes.
Okay.
Those kind of go away, but it still stays cool, and it's got some Scott Pilgrim. Like when they fight bad guys, they have health bars over their head.
Okay. Yeah, sounds like my kind of thing, I guess.
I think you like it. I don't want to hype it up too much and make you be disappointed, but I think you'll like it.
News-wise, I don't really have anything else. Feels like it's kind of
We
slow.
touched on the Harry Potter thing.
That's Harry Potter thing. I'm gonna be honest. It kind of looks cool actually.
I agree.
They did say that's coming out for the Switch, but it looks really high performance. So I'm not sure if the Switch one is gonna be a cloud version, which is gonna
be
suck.
like The Witcher.
Yeah.
That's true.
The Witcher actually runs well. They actually put effort into it.
Okay.
And like Doom also, they put effort into it. The Doom and Doom Eternal. But like a lot of games also just run like cloud versions on the Switch.
I didn't know that.
And if you have a shitty connection or if you're really far away from the servers, that's not gonna be playable.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you try watching the Cuphead show at all?
No. How was it?
I didn't either. I don't know. It's curious. I don't know if I didn't play Cuphead, so.
Me neither.
I don't know.
Whenever I see it's the Dark Souls of, I'm not gonna play that.
Yeah, I like the style of it. I like the art style. So
That
I'll probably
art
give the
style's
show a
amazing.
shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. A thing based on a video game shouldn't necessarily it shouldn't be shouldn't make me pessimistic, but it does. It just seems like a very this IP is going for more cash kind of thing.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting they chose Cuphead. I mean, it was really popular, but it's quite niche.
I'd say, yeah, most people, everyone knows what Elden Ring is. Not everyone knows what Cuphead is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make an Elden Ring show, are they? Although it was funny, I was hanging out with some people waiting for a thing to start, and we were just making small talk, and someone's like, "Are you playing Elden Ring?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." And the other guy's like, "What's Elden Ring?" And this other guy showed up, and we're like,
just out of nowhere.
No, we were waiting in front of a place to open up.
Okay,
so this other guy showed up for us. We're like, "Hey, what's the current biggest video games?" Like, you mean Elden Ring? Like, yeah, we all know it. That guy, he should know what Elden Ring is. We're not the weird ones for knowing what Elden Ring is. You're the weird one for not knowing what Elden Ring is. Even if you're not playing it, you've heard of it.
Yeah, there was this weird Thailand TV ad for Elden Ring. And it's 3 to 4 minutes, and there's an entire story of it. It's just...
I can't imagine a TV commercial for a Dark Souls game. It's so weird.
Yeah,
it's good.
I wonder why they ramp up. I wonder why they decided to put their money into this one.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's
George R.R. Martin.
Would you consider it a new IP?
In a literal sense, yes.
In a literal sense,
From
yeah.
a thematic sense, no. You could call it Dark Souls 4 and not change a thing. No one would bat an eye.
So yeah, I think it's a good place to wrap up.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, do the thing.
So I haven't been active in a while, but now I have a computer, so hopefully I'll resume recording things I was in the middle of, like Black Sad or Wayhaven Chronicles, whatever. But we'll see. I make no promises. I'm still working on some sketches. But you can find things that I end up eventually doing on YouTube at Foehamner.
And I'm Pupunoob, PewPew, Twitter, Instagram for cats and toys.
Oh, yeah.
Twitter
I made
for
an Instagram.
shouting at people.
I
Yeah, you have an
picture.
Instagram now. Yeah.
It's got a whole picture of a robot.
Hmm.
I like your cat pictures.
He's an asshole. YouTube is mostly for this podcast, basically. Once in a while, I'll take a short for toys. I've only done it once, so it's not even once in a while. It's once, literally. That's pretty much it. This has been episode 182 of the Playonultra podcast. Thank you very much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.